Hey everyone, this is Gus, and right now I'm gonna do a little challenge that I have in mind. I've seen many videos on YouTube where the people start telling, well, if you want to be in the industry, I mean, like a concept artist or something like that, you need, you actually need to be fast. I mean, fast creating and fast liberating whatever they might have in mind for you. So, for now, this time it's gonna be our challenge. Okay, we're gonna do a challenge like 30 minutes trying to create whatever character 30 minutes. But first, let me tell you something. You need practice. Practice makes perfect. Okay? So it doesn't matter that you are good or bad. This is not about your skills. This is pretty much about your looseness. Because many of the approximations of this approach, of these concepts, they should be like loosen. Okay, so it's not something that is rigid, academically rigid, because sometimes they are asking you to create this kind of characters, these characters for a comic book, of also characters for a game. They need you to create a character, on design the character actually, because creating is pretty much is way more than just drawing a character. Creating a character is giving this character a personality, giving this character some traits, giving this character abilities, giving the character more than one uniform, because sometimes as the plot goes on and the storyline goes on, it might have a different kinds of clothes, wardrobes, weapons. So creating a character is way much than the people think. But a concept is what you've been creating. So the concept is pretty much try to imagine how this character will look like. So for example, this I did in something between like let me put it back. Good. And something between like 30 to 20 minutes, something like that. Yes. So you can see this. Oh, this is my sketchbook. This is something that you can just find in what's this places? Yeah, this is a premiere by Nicole. So you can find these guys in AC Moore actually. Pretty cheap, like $5. So you start sketching your soul out of that. Yeah. It's not the only one that I done. This is I'm particularly proud of this. This is my idea of one of those engineers, the one from Aliens, the Aliens movies, the new ones. I mean, the Prometheus. So this is my idea behind that. So yeah, I see one of those the engineers and the pictures in Pinterest. I have my own Pinterest account, and this is like some sort of over sexy girl, pretty much like a. It's my Valkyrie, my idea of Valkyrie. Um, yeah, pretty much. This one took me around like an hour or so from. But you are supposed to make this sketch in less than 10 minutes. Yeah, and you are free to use whatever comes to your imagination. See, this is another one that I done. This is like a geisha assassin plus samurai or something. So yeah, whatever you are creating out of your mind could be this kind of like an Amazon or something. You can just use references for this girl in particular. I use a reference picture for posts that I find on Pinterest. You can just go and Google whatever reference you go for. Just go and Google and ask for a reference like a girl with sword references or model posters references. There's so many, and it depends on you. Where's it going to be the wardrobe, or where's it going to be a no wardrobe, or where's it going to be the pretty much the design. But you have to have certain rules in mind. First, the rules of anatomy of life. I took this for a reference too. This is the one I like the most. Well, actually, the engineer I like the most. See? Well, this was a model for some kind of like an elvish kind of clothes. So just took it and start putting my ideas behind it. Well, this is pretty cheap. For you to start doing this, it's pretty cheap. You just need a 2 millimeters. One of these is graphite mechanical pencils and a sketchbook, and 20-30 minutes per day. Also, if you know about anatomy, go to Proco, which is in YouTube, or even How to Draw Comics, which is a group on belonging Facebook. And there's so many resources online that you don't even have to pay. But if you want to pay, well, there's also udemy.com, which courses for creation of characters and human anatomy, how to draw comics, and this kind of stuff for just $10. And I'm talking about 60 hours of courses for $10, which is very affordable if you ask me that. So, well, just start going to this. What I'm gonna do is try to make a character. I think I'm gonna try a kind of a girl from the medieval. Let's do a medieval girls. I like medieval girls. So let's do a medieval girl. Not something that I have to have a bit much of clothes than what originally the people think. You know, the people put this kinds of girls in the medieval ages with the showing some flesh, which just was impossible in the medieval ages. But anyway, let's try to make that way. So we're gonna do this kind of like Joan d'Arc, Joan d'Arc kind of character, not like the Mila Jovovich for the Jean-Luc Besson movie, The Messenger. No, no. Yeah, let's try to do something maybe in that way. Let's start doing something there. And our main goal is try to do this in 30 minutes with colors. And I'm using right now, let me change my screen, and I will be using right now clipstudio Paint. I will be using clipstudio Paint in my Artist 15.6, which is my XP Pen tablet, and I'm gonna use it. I'm using the computer. You can see in there. That's my computer, my mic. So I put together this computer. It has a very nice graphic card, an RX 580, which is Radeon AMD, and it has an AMD Ryzen 7, 16 gigabytes of memory. I like it. So when the next time you think, what's gonna fit this into my budget, we might need to do a video about how to fit your needs into a budget. I mean, you don't have to spend like $5,000 and buy you the most expensive Wacom Mobile Companion Pro, which is almost $3,000, or not even buying the HPC that is around $2,000 too. Yeah, or even not buying you're gonna like it, the over expensive Apple iPad Pro, 11 inches and 10 inches, which is around $900 to $1,200. Wow, there's a lot of money. And just thinking that the Apple Pen, this is not a Wacom pen, this is the XP Pen. So the Apple Pen like this, that's going to work in your tablet, is around $100 extra. It's not included. So yeah, I might put this together in a new video next time, and I will explain you how to get those materials cheap. But the cheapest is sketchbook, pencil, and a bunch of ideas that comes into your mind. And let me tell you, references are all over the world. Everything is reference right now. So you don't have to try to come up with a new idea, because there's nothing new under the sun. Everything is in there. So let's get started. Let me put my glasses forward. Ready? So I'm gonna use clipstudio Paint. As I told you, I have the latest iteration of clipstudio Paint. I'm using this is for a comic. This is pretty big, but I don't need something that big. Just, you know, you can just make a character, whatever, in an 800 by 600, 72 dpi, or for comics. Well, let's do a postcard vertical. Okay, let's do a postcard vertical. Well, this is my postcard vertical. It's gonna be my template right now. So Let me call this sketch. Yeah. Okay. So let's try to do some. I'm gonna try to forget some to do some. Maybe. Oh. So. Yeah, this is some sort of the Loomis method. We start creating the skeleton of this particular kind of person. Okay, but you have now just created the idea, the dynamic idea, the dynamism. You need to do some movement in this kind of girl, so you better start drawing some things. Second, you need some anatomy here, so you need to gotta put. Well, there's a rule in movement, it's called the rule of the opposites. So if you draw something like this, the next line it should be the opposite. See, if you drew something like this, the next should be like this. So it's called the rule of the opposites. It's pretty much used in the for the when you do movement, and also when you do movement for your concept art, and also it's pretty much done when you are just drawing, You want to capture the essence of this kind of idea you have in mind. I'm strictly drawing out of my mind right now. I'm strictly drawing out of that. So let's do the. We are just 13 minutes. So I guess by 43 minutes, I couldn't down my introduction, which was more than 10 minutes. So I'm calculating that by 40 minutes I should be finished. So let's see this. So this is the lines where my movement is going. So this guy is like this, and this guy is like this. So yeah, and the other guy is like this. You see, this is the movement. So my omoplatus is like this. That's my clavicle or the collarbone. This is my sternum. This is my ribs, column. This is coccyx, humerus. So let's divide it as in three. nose coming this way. This eyes, nose is all the nose is always the size of one eye. I like that those girls has like a fierce face. If you don't like something in digital, you can just erase it. So let's see how much this. So yeah, I guess the is too big. So the good thing is you could just get it smaller. Yeah, you can make it smaller. You can just make it smaller. Yeah, let me make it smaller. I'm trying to make. You know that. Tool create. What's the transformation tools? Let's go over rotate. Let's go with this. Okay, so we control D and see. Now we have the face. Now we have the face, guys. Is that good? Of course it's good. Let me try to zoom in a little. Oh, let's just do it away. So now we have some parts of her features. One of the features is that we have her face. So now we know how she looks. So let's go back to the anatomy. So let's try to do yeah, like this. Sometimes you have to make with your own ideas about what you're doing. So this is not exactly how we want to do this. So let me go the unders. Good thing about this is the unders. You can have multiple unders. Well, say in Photoshop you can have multiple unders, but in this case a little much. So let me do this before I have it. Yeah. So I have this here. Okay, so let's do the pectoral muscle because I need to know where I'm going to go. These are pectoral muscles. Let's do the biceps. See? Good thing about having some anatomy that you now can go and fill in those. So this is pretty much she gonna look, you know. Okay. So at the same time, might be a good idea to start doing what I call the armatura. So like we made a little new layer to the armatura. To the armatura, I might need a different pencil. I cannot use a design pencil. Yeah. So let me get this sketch. Let me do that. Yeah, I'm gonna plug it. Yeah. So yes. So let's start constructing something. So this is a goal. So this is a breast. The breast used to be like this. And there was like this. Yeah. So this is the breast. See? This is the main reason why it's good to know some anatomy. So you will have an idea of what you are doing. That's why an artist needs anatomy. Why? Because you will have an idea about what you are doing right now. Okay. So to whatever period, whatever uses is taking this out. I need to make the layer a little because I need some. So let me be clear here. So we are gonna starting doing the armature. So I want something out of middle layers. So this is their main features. So the armors in that time they weren't uncomfortable as the people think. So this part should be made to fit this other part here. Okay. So we won't have this because they won't be like that. They will be pretty much like this. Okay. So this is gonna be pretty much how this armor will have been. She will have like a kind of like shirt here. And this part, you have something that help you out with the Okay. The other part, gloves in the medieval ages, they were different that we thought in mind. Not all the gloves were this kind of like articulated gloves that we think the plate armor has at that time. They have some gloves that they call lobster or lobster hands, or pretty much like clamshells. Clamshells were these kind of gloves. They were like this, which is very good. It's pretty good for holding a sword because you don't need like a opposite thumbs or something like that. They also have this kind of protection that was way a part of the nature of the glove. I mean, of the main design of the glove that was designed to protect actually the thumbs. So okay, we have the. See guys, this is the thing you use for the thumbs. So let's continue with this. This is gonna be like this, something like this, and probably something like. In the Middle Ages, something was designed called cockpits that was supposed to be to protect the perineal area, pretty much in men, the penis. So yeah, there's somebody with a crossbow can shoot it there. So they tend to be pretty resilient, made out of metal, and they were pretty stiff and pretty hard because they need to protect a part. Yeah. So she's not a man, but she probably needs one of those also for the crotch area. And why not creating a whole armor for the whole body? Well, that's because, contrary to what many people think, those weren't much needed. Good thing about clipstudio Paint is that you can use, yes, see, this is the main idea. You can use the same features as Photoshop, but this program is not as. No. Real pencil. Let me use a real pencil. Dark pencil. This is the one. Oh yeah, I was using dark pencil. So here, let's see. So, I mean, eyes, ready. I do this. This what you see here is pen pressure. What is pen pressure? Okay, pen pressure is the faculty that this have. Well, I mean, the pens have to use a pressure. Okay, the difference between this and a traditional pen, which I like, is that this has more pressure. That means I can use this pen in a 64, 65 or something point, which is huge pen. And if I don't apply too much pressure, it will be like 16. So I can use the more pressure to paint some areas and the less pressure to do the detailed fine work. Yeah, that's the pen pressure. That's the good thing about doing digital. See, more pen. See, more pressure. That's what I like about the digital. But if you ask me, I was pretty much before a traditional kind of guy. So, well, maybe this is my design. So let's see, let's take out the no fine work. This just the fine work. So let's see, this is the color I'm gonna do, but I need something. Okay, let's do ink. I have 5 minutes to ink and paint. So let's do another link layer. Let me get this guy a little dimmer. Or let me get this guy way better, 100%, but like that. Go to the pen, and what I like of the pen is the real G pen. This is the real G pen. So I have the real G pen in size 6, which is okay. We're just trying to do as fast as we can. So I guess we need a little more. is the print 12. See, this is the pen pressure 12. Also, if there's something that you don't like in the hair, you can just correct it in the inking later. Not too much. So here is when you start refining details. So I want some shadow here, something to mess with. And this is the part of armatura that is. And this is guy pretty much on sketch. I'm doing it in sketch right now. The guys that probably rest of this hour, yeah, a refined concept ongoing. But let me tell you guys, I know the guy. So yeah, this is stick with this. Well, guys, so far this is the construction of a character. So this is a character that we just done in absolutely 51 minutes. Wow, almost 1 hour. I know that good. Well, anyway, so we're doing this, and right now let me show you a great feature that this guy has. I mean, the guys from clipstudio Paint. So we have a character pretty much like art right now. So what we're gonna do is create for this character some color because we want to show this character or this idea to the guys that gonna pay your salary, your bills. So let me do this a little. Nope. Okay, so let's do some color. This is gonna be a quick turnaround and I'm gonna show you guys what's this. Okay, first we have to convert this layer into this set as a reference layer. You don't see it, but it's in some place here. But let me show you this. This is called set as a reference layer. So we are going to set this guy as a reference layer. So now we have this guy as a reference layer, and we're going to put a new layer, which is the layer that is supposed to be. See this thing here that looks like a lighthouse? Well, that's just the main operation to convert this guy as a reference layer. So let's go to Treasure Paint. Let's go to do the oil paint, which is using oil paint flash brush. Let me start with the curl and give me some kind of colors, something like this. So let's start with the curl. Guess we need to put a bit more. Because this is basically what the code is gonna be, right? Because the rest of the thing is gonna be like so. Some of this, like this. Probably. Yeah, some nice colors. Get into the area. Some of this. Those should be okay, light 10. Yeah, I think it's better. Yeah, this like pretty easy. See, you have the face to go. So let's go something like the hair. I want to do a dirty blonde. Yeah, that's a good one. Let me get oil more of this. That's in here. Let me do some like this. Yeah. So, I guess I can make like a feature like this. Yeah. This guy for the pants. So it's gonna be like. So yeah. You're asking me why I'm doing this so sloppy, so not that good. Well, I'll show you later. So this is gonna be like the other thing, and like a pan or something that should be like this color. Uh, So let's do the armor. The armor is gonna be pretty much in the bluish thing. It's gonna be pretty much gray. Yeah, let's do this for the armor. Okay, let's see the armor. Okay, so the good thing that I want, that I just promised you guys to teach you, well, not to teach you, show you actually, because I'm not a professional. So let me see. You go here in edit layer. Okay, it says yes, colorize technology preview. Use hint image and colorize. So it will use the image that I have, which is the layer, and she will be colorized like this. So you can just make this as darking and show this guy first, show the first layer. So you will have this, the normal, what we just did, do a multiply also. No, I will do a darken, or let me see, an overlay. It's not working anyway. So I will do a multiply, or you can just use this. It's a normal. See, whatever I just did like a minute ago, or you can just go with this, which is the way it will be colorizing. But this is nice. It looks pretty much like a comic. But if you prefer, you can just show it this way. After this time, we're going just doing 1 hour. Okay, just figure that we just start from scratch. I mean, from zero. So I have to figure out what was the best way, try to open my ideas about the anatomy. But you know, the more you practice this, is the more you become an expert. And it's something that I like. But if you tell me, for example, I like this idea, but I don't like much the idea of being using this. So for example, if, oh, sorry. So for example, is if I'm doing this, and I just put my face that I already have there, and I just get rid of some parts that I don't like. see. I don't like this. I mean, I don't like this. Oh, sorry. So this is the one I have. This is the one that they give me in the layer. And let me do again. Then colorize. You're watching this live, by the way. So that means if I'm doing a mistake, I do it right now, and I just get over with. So this is the way these things will do this for you. You can just have this way, or you have this way, or this way. Whatever the way you want it, this is how you create a character, and it's like using markers. So you are just showing the people, the guys who want to pay you the salary, the character that you wanted. So this is pretty much what we just done in 1 hour. So I hope you guys like it. Uh, Follow me on my channel. I will try to do more of these characters. And see, well, if I don't have much of the, I'm pretty much like a traditional instead of a digital art. If these guys don't look pretty much like this, it's because these guys took me like 2 days or something, and it was erasing, creating, erasing, drawing again. Same with her. She took me like more than 30 minutes. But again, it's something that you have to work with your sketchbook. If you are an artist, you start working in this, and then you just go to the tablet and go to the digital. That's the way I will recommend going. And if you see this right now, yeah, that's just the best way to show it. If you see this, um, this took me years of preparation. So this is trial and error, trial and error, trial and error. So next time you start doing this, just think of this. This is cheaper. You just don't need to pay $300, $400 for a simple sketchbook. It's like $5. Uh, pencils are cheap too. So you just start, trying to getting better at your skills in pencils and paper, and then, man, digital is a tool. It's not the art per se. So if you don't do this, pencil and paper, well, if you try to do that in digital, well, it will be a little difficult because you might not have any idea about this. So, well, see you in the next. This is Gus, and please like my channel, share my channel with the people, and I hope you like it. Was a little bit of a challenge that I had to tell about, and I hope you like whatever I'm showing in my channel. And just remember, this was brought to you by me. I have no sponsors. This is my own tablet. This is my own computer. I home buy all the artist materials all over the internet and also all over the places. So thank you guys for watching me. Have a blessed day, and God bless you and to my channel. Thank you so much. Have a good day.